to Daily with Doc. Let's go ahead and open up the room as we are letting people into our live Zoom room. And if you would like to join us, you're welcome to do so as well. Just go to DailywithDocZoom.com, and that is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at noon Pacific time. And we go from about noon to 12:50-ish on Wednesday, Thursday, a little bit longer on Fridays. But folks, we want to make sure that you as an empowered individual have the information in your toolbox to be able to make the wisest decisions, and decisions that are not based on a chemical base, just this for that, and not just mask the symptoms so that you can get that instant relief. Folks, the body is an amazing mechanism that was created from the dust, and whenever you give the body what it needs to not just survive but actually thrive, the body can do some amazing things. So think about it. We come from two different separate objects that come together, and then the cells just start multiplying and multiplying and multiplying until you go from almost nothing to a baby, depending on the baby, 2 pounds to 12 pounds. And then we come into these children and young adults and just continually changing. So why not take that change of progress to maybe the wrong direction to progress over perfection in a direction that allows the body to be able to be at its optimal best? And in order to do so, you need to have the information and the raw ingredients, both knowledge and also substance, to be able to feed the body what it needs and continue to thrive. And that's what this program is all about. We are able and honored to be able to host a doctor who started out as a young boy with some severe mental issues, concerns, that he then was blessed with the knowledge and wisdom and guidance to look at nutrition and start taking things out of his diet that they were not serving him. And that just was the beginning of his journey that has led him to bringing the white rhino from almost extinction to now thriving, and finding the cause, or actually it was the first non-human case of cystic fibrosis that was said to be a genetic human disease. No, they were wrong. And he proved it, and also was able to show them what the cure was. Although in this show, this program is not meant to take the place of your primary care physician, nor is it meant to treat, diagnose, or cure any diseases, nor are the products. But folks, when you give the body what it needs, the body can do some amazing things. And how do we know what it needs? Well, almost 30,000 autopsies and comparative analysis as to what happened and what was the cause of death, and then looking at all of the data points of what nutrients and minerals were there and not there, and putting it all together. That's what this brilliant mind, this brilliant doctor has done. A genius in the field of not only naturopathic medicine, but also nutrition. So I am pleased and honored to be able to host, or be the hostess of Daily with Doc, where on Wednesdays and Thursdays we feature Dr. Joel Wallach, and some Fridays too, actually. You know what? We feature him any chance we can get, along with some of our other special guests that are also experts in the field of life and what brings holistic wellness to the body and our environments. So if you were invited by somebody specific, make sure that you get back with them. Thank them for sharing this show with you. And if you are one that loves to share, well, I have this heart of loving to give. So I'm going to be doing thank you gifts for those who share. Go to dwdgiveaway.com and share. Sign up for a giveaway. And as you are sharing, then you earn points. And as you earn points, those with the highest points, I will be sending thank you gifts to. So DWD, short for Daily with Doc, giveaway, all one word, .com. Also, what am I forgetting? You know, if you're out there in watching us live, I want to know what platform you're watching on. So if there's a way to comment, make sure that you send a comment. And please go to Rumble and like and follow us. Not just like, but actually follow us on Rumble. Look for all of our channels, or across the board. If you do a search for Daily with Doc or Critical Health News, you will find us. So follow us. Make sure that you don't miss a beat when it comes to providing yourself and others with valuable information that gives the authority back into your own hands and empowers you as an individual. So without further ado, I am going to bring to the screen with me the one, the only Dr. Joel Wallach. Dr. Wallach, thank you so much again for joining us today. I know you've got lots of information to share, and today I would like to focus on the cardiovascular system. So share with us a little bit about the cardiovascular system and what you know about it.
Okay, do you have 100 years to spare?
Well, I'm over 50, and you say that we can live to 120, and I plan on beating that. So
Okay.
maybe, but give us a short version.
Okay. Well, obviously the heart and the kidneys have a relationship, but also a very, very important life and health function. Okay. Heart disease, again, in America, just to treat the symptoms of heart disease, each year in America, we spend $316.8 billion just to treat the symptoms of heart disease, not to prevent it or cure it. Okay. Then
That's a
let's see. That's a gob, 316.8 billion. Oh my gosh. Okay. How about pressure? Again, We spend $131 billion just to treat high blood pressure, not to prevent it or cure it, just to treat the symptoms. Then we have kidney dialysis, where the kidneys aren't functioning very well. So we hook you up to a machine to replace the function of the kidney, 24 billion. Okay. And this just goes on and on and on and on. There are answers. Okay. There are preventions for these things. There are a cure for these things. But the medical profession likes to give a quick, what should I say, support, makes everybody happy within a day or two. And they just keep using that quick support instead of for 2 weeks or a month. They use it for 3, 5, 8, 10, 15, 20 years if you let them. Okay, so if you know a little bit, you're going to be doing great. Okay. Let's see here. We also need to talk just briefly, I mean, very, very briefly, osteoporosis. We spend $6.5 trillion a year with US, Canada, and the EU, 6.5 trillion just to treat the symptoms. Okay. And let's see here. Let's go to osteoporosis of the skull, which can actually cause high blood pressure and heart disease, because the nerves in the spinal cord that control everything get squeezed. Okay, we have osteoporosis of the skull. Excuse me. All right.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
So we're talking the circulatory system, cardiovascular system. How do the kidneys play into that?
Okay. And that's what I was getting to next. So you're right on target. Okay. Let's see here. The kidneys, as you say, deal with blood pressure. They detoxify the blood, take bad stuff out of the blood, and put it out in the urine. That's one of the major functions. That's why there's urine, is to get rid of the bad stuff that's in the bloodstream. Okay. In the kidneys, you have these little glomeruli, these little clusters of cells that clean the blood, send out the clean blood back into the circulation, and spit out the bad stuff into the urine. Okay. So the kidneys have a tremendous function. And when there's something going on bad, okay, the kidneys will produce a hormone called renin. Some people call it renin, but it's renin. And renin increases the blood pressure just enough to get circulation going through blocked arteries in the kidneys, the heart, the brain, every place there's blocked arteries. And it's one of those things where the kidneys and the heart work together constantly, every minute, every hour, every day, every year. So you got to keep them both healthy. Okay. And let's see here. Okay, just want to make sure I'm missing something.
Urine is not just flushing out the fluids that you drink.
No, it's getting rid of the toxic stuff. Okay. And it could be stuff that's produced by bacteria, virus, and so forth. It could be produced by something bad you ate. Okay. It could be caused by toxins because your kidneys and liver aren't working right. Okay. Could be a bad diet. The kidneys have an enormous function, just like the liver has an enormous function. Your brain has an enormous function. Your heart has an enormous function. Think about all the stuff that these tissues and organ systems do by themselves and also as a team. Okay. And so another thing that sets the kidneys off and the heart off is demyelination, loss of the white matter in the brain and spinal cord. Okay. Because when you have those kinds of problems, demyelination, and the brain and the spinal cord and the arteries are being squeezed, the blood pressure is messed up, your heartbeat is all screwed up, palpitations occur, and of course doctors want to do heart transplants and all this kind of stuff, but they're easily resolved, okay, by changing the diet, taking the 90 essential nutrients, and of course, I love the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. Whether you have a kidney problem, whether you have a heart problem or not, take the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets on top of the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack or the Healthy Start Pack. And the Ultimate Daily Classic increases, okay, the blood flow into the kidneys and into the heart and into the brain. And so all these systems work better and together, okay, because the heart's working properly, the kidneys are working properly, the arteries are working properly. And this is where doctors really got it wrong over 100 years ago. They were doing autopsies. They're seeing suddenly now they're seeing all these plugged arteries. Instead of being, completely open, now the tube in the arteries all over the body, including the brain and the eyes and the heart and kidneys and liver and legs and so forth, are being filled up with scar tissue called plaque. Okay. And
So that the buildup in the arteries is not cholesterol,
no, that
it's
was one of the
plaque.
biggest lies. That statement has killed more people, that the doctors blamed that plaque on cholesterol. Okay.
What causes the plaque?
Fried foods.
Fried foods.
Yep.
Hmm.
Fried foods.
Forget
And,
all those, fast food places.
yep.
So
And
keep
down
going,
south,
Doc. I
down
just
south,
had to ask.
southern fried southern fried chicken. Okay. Okay, that's all burned fat and cholesterol causing these problems.
Bad cholesterol, though, right? Not the good cholesterol.
Well, good cholesterol makes up, in a normal person, makes up 75 to 80 to 90% of the cholesterol. Okay, your brain and spinal cord, depending on what part you're looking at, because it's kind of regional, you're looking at 35% to 85% cholesterol. Hormones, both male and female, are almost 100%. They're like 95% cholesterol. You do not want to be taking anti-cholesterol drugs, okay? Because then
Okay.
you'll be a zombie.
Well, you'll be a zombie. I mean, because if cholesterol is what one protects the brain, two, makes up the protection around the nerves that go throughout the whole body. Three, it is what's needed to produce the hormones, both female and male.
That's correct.
Cut that out, you're a mess, right?
I'm sorry?
You cut that cholesterol out, and you're opening up a box of a mess.
Yeah, well, that's why we have a mess here in America and the industrialized world. Because 100 years ago, doctors made the mistake and believed that the plaque in the arteries was caused by cholesterol. It was caused by fried foods. And so they said, you got to stop eating cholesterol. And the pharmaceutical companies jumped in there with these anti-cholesterol drugs to lower cholesterol. And suddenly now, heart disease, high blood pressure, kidney disease, liver disease, sexual problems just spiraled out of control. Okay.
Wow.
It's all because the doctors made a misjudgment and thought the plugged arteries were due to cholesterol. No, no, not even close. Okay. And so it's one of those things where that's one of the reasons why we have the two things. Number one, we have the book, It's All in Your Head. Okay. We have the book, Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods. So you can cook nicely and we got a new shipment in. They're still steaming off the presses. So, we have I don't know, 300 or 400 of them now. And so they'll be gone within a couple of weeks. I have to order them again. So get them while they're there. Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods. We got the flip chart. And when you start looking at the cholesterol, okay, which make up the white matter of the brain and spinal cord, which make up the white matter protecting the big arteries and veins, okay, and also are a significant portion of both male and female hormones. This is crazy when you start taking drugs and prescriptions to lower cholesterol. Don't do it, okay? Just don't fry it, okay? And of course, that's why we have Dr. Wallach cooking out the bad foods so that you can eat kind of foods that you like, but preparation is worth life and death. And so you have to do it correctly, both choose the right foods and choose the right preparations and storage. So this book is life-saving to you and your family, your community. And so that's why it goes out so fast. Okay. Um, then, of course, again, that Ultimate Daily Classic tablets, that will get the arteries flowing, even though they're significantly blocked, 90% blocked, that Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. Even in the kidneys and the heart will be working significantly and reducing very quickly. I mean, we're talking sometimes hours, sometimes days, but certainly within weeks. I don't care if you've been on a blood pressure medication, for 20 years. Within 3 months, 90 days, it can be perfectly normal again.
And we've seen it time and time again, Dr. Wallach, not just one or two,
Oh, no.
but
We've seen it literally thousands of times throughout the world, thousands of times of correcting the blood pressure by the proper diet and proper supplement program. And then, of course, you need to make sure that you're giving the heart everything it needs. Okay. The heart needs 90 essential nutrients. The heart specifically needs the stuff to deal with the valves, which are the same thing that maintains the health of your things like your heart valves, also the joints, the cartilage, ligaments, tendons, joints, because it's all made of the same stuff, including the heart valves. And so when you're taking, the healthy bone and joint pack, you're actually helping the heart also because you're getting that collagen to repair the valves, not only, in the kidneys, but also in the heart and so forth. And then the minerals are so important for the heart because it's a muscle and it's beating. Okay. And when you get the first symptoms of a nutritional deficiency, your heart will cramp, just like when you get leg cramps from not enough calcium, not enough selenium, not enough blood supply. Your muscles in your legs, and your body, your back, and your arms and neck will cramp. So will your eyelids and so forth, and so will your heart, because the heart is made out of blood vessels going into an organ that has a lot of connective tissue in it, in the valves, a lot of the red muscle in the muscle of the heart. And so you have to treat it with all 90 essential nutrients and stay away from the bad stuff so you're not getting inflammation. And inflammation, even if you're not frying foods, if you're boiling them too much, okay, can actually cause the lining of the arteries to again plaque up. Okay.
wow.
And so
So
that's why we have the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, which we made for Evander Holyfield, and he's one of our featured stories in the flip chart. He was defending his title, heavyweight championship, and in the break between the last round, okay, he had a heart attack. And so they had to stop the fight, and he lost his heavyweight championship by default because he had a heart attack. So that's why we came up with a Healthy Brain and Heart Pack for him. And he started taking it, and in 3 months' time, he went back, and he got, signed up for another fight to get his championship back. And halfway through the fight, it was a 12-round fight. Halfway through it, at the 6th round, the referee stopped the fight. Why? Because the person he was fighting was losing so badly, Evander Holyfield was going to kill him. The guy's just standing there with his arms down, and Holyfield was just slamming him with punches, just like a boxing bag. And so they stopped the fight, and Holyfield got his championship back because of the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. So this is something we have a lot of experience with very, very, what should I say, talented and highly skilled people who require good performance of the heart and blood vessels and so forth, especially athletes. We have an enormous amount of data and success stories. So we speak with confidence because we know we've been dealing with this for over, 75 years now.
quite a while, Dr. Wallach, since you first discovered in your own life the value and importance of supplementation.
Oh, that's correct. And thank you for that. And again, basically, I can remember that we'd have doctors and professors who teach at medical school come and lecture in our biology classes, when we're kids in the 5th grade and that kind of stuff. And somebody would ask a question, well, do we need to take vitamins and mineral supplements? No, no, just eat well, you get everything you need. Doctors who say stuff like that are the worst kind because they're ignorant and they're killing people by the thousands when they say just eat well, you get everything you need. Plants only need 3 minerals. We need 60. We need 60 minerals to have everything work right and maximize your lifespan. Okay. And if you're only getting the 3 minerals that are in those plants in your salads, you're 500 and what? 597 short.
597 short, but there's only 90 essential nutrients. Did I miss something?
No.
Okay. I'm like, are you just saying that to see if I'm paying attention? Because I really am, Doc.
Okay.
So I do have a couple questions, Dr. Wallach, in regards to this. The question is, does cholesterol help with cardiovascular system?
Oh, yeah. Cholesterol, excuse me, makes hormones. Your heart depends on a lot of hormones. Okay. And cholesterol also is involved in the healthy myelin, which deals with the heart, myelin, the brain, and spinal cord, and the large arteries, including heart arteries. Myelin is there. Okay. And so you do need to keep your myelin healthy, which requires the 90 essential nutrients, including the essential fatty acids, 60 of them.
Fantastic, Dr. Wallach. And also here in the chat, we've got Carrie says, so happy to see you back, Doc. My family and friends, thank you, love you, and thank you to the team. So there's a shout out for the team as well. Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you, Carrie. Thank you,
yes.
family.
So Dr. Wallach, she has a bunch of clients that are not computer savvy. They ask about the good foods, bad foods list. Can you go over that good foods, bad foods list for us one time, please?
Well, it's in a 300-page book.
Is it in that book? Because I think it's in Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods, for sure.
That's the book. Dr. Wallach Cooking Without the Bad Foods. 300 pages of good foods and bad foods, good cooking methods and bad cooking methods. Also, there's a book called The Wallach Revolution. Okay. Those two books. Okay. Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods. I mean, it just says it right there.
Well, one place that I like, because it has the pictures as well, is in the back of the flip chart on page 62 and 61. We have the good foods, bad foods list also put this way.
Well, there you go.
162 of
the flip chart.
90 for Life Crusade to Save Humanity and the World with Dr. Joe Wallach. So there is a place that you're able to get the good foods, bad foods list as well in full color. So Dr. Wallach, I have a client, he's 62 years old, not very old. He has had kidney cancer. He's on dialysis. Cancer is gone, but he's lost about 35 to 45% of his kidney function because he's not so much of the kidney function, but the kidneys themselves. He's wanting to know, what would you recommend so that he could have the best outcome possible? He does have high blood pressure. They are telling him that he has high cholesterol. His overall cholesterol number, they're saying, is 200.
Bing, 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 bing. See, they're demonizing cholesterol. They're blaming it all on cholesterol. No. Okay.
And then, so he's I think 165 pounds at 62. The kidneys, you just told us, they're a filter. They're taking out the toxins, taking out the bad stuff. That could possibly be a cause of cancer. But another thing is a nutritional deficiency that breaks the cells down so that they're not able to fight against stuff like that. Is
Yeah.
that the way it
And cooking
works?
methods, frying and superheating. Okay, so let's see here, 165 pounds. He's get rid of all the bad foods. Or there's the book, healthy, cooking with Dr. Wallach, cooking without the bad foods. You showed him it has the list in there, the good foods and bad foods. So that's very simple. And then also he needs to get rid of the fried foods. Do not get rid of cholesterol. Cholesterol is your best friend for sex and for brain that works. Okay. And so what you want to do is take the 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, full dosing twice a day. He also needs the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. I'd take 3 of those at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner time. I'd take 3 of those twice a day. And only weigh 142 pounds, 138 pounds, whatever it is. Okay. And let's see here. The Ultimate Daily Classic really is the thing that makes the kidneys work properly. It's that blood flowing through the kidneys. The kidneys can provide the blood to the heart and the brain and the lungs and the liver and so forth. And the kidneys will then get back to work and do the filtering, get rid of all the bad stuff, and do the job and put the bad stuff in the urine. So they do need to drink enough water, so they're making plenty of urine throughout the day. And all the bad stuff will go out in the urine. Okay, that's the function of urine.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Dr. Wallach. So let's go ahead and go to a hand that is up, bringing in a question. And AJ, go ahead and, oh, I didn't try to mute you. Sorry if I did. Go ahead and bring your question, my friend.
Hello, Dr. Wallach.
Yes, sir.
I have a question from Rick. He's wondering about preventing and treating his mom's glaucoma, and is it possible to reverse it?
Of course. Got to get rid of all the bad foods. And of course, how much does his mom weigh? Let's say per 100 pounds of body weight, if we don't know.
Thank you.
Yeah, per 100 pounds of body weight, 1 healthy brain and heart pack, 3 of the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets, twice a day per 100 pounds of body weight with glaucoma. And you got to get that circulation going. Also, you want the stuff, for the kidneys, because the kidneys will increase blood flow, proper blood flow and proper blood pressure to the brain, the eyes, which are part of the brain. Okay. And so this is all, in most cases, can be dealt with successfully. Okay. And then again, the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets, 3 twice a day per 100 pounds of body weight. Let's go there.
Fantastic. Thank you.
You bet.
All right. Thank you, AJ and Dr. Wallach. There is a lot of conversations going on, especially out in YouTube that I can see. And going back to the foods that we eat, and you were talking about no fried foods, not boiling things too hot. And the key, Dr. Wallach, is basically you're cooking your food at a low temperature. Is that correct?
Yeah, you're cooking it for a short period of time at a low temperature. You want to have your foods cooked medium, rare. You do not want them well done, ever.
It's chicken and pork, folks. You want to cook those. But yeah, so not overcooking. You still want it to taste good, not dried out, right? But you don't want to cook it at high temperatures.
That's correct. Because
so
then
what happens?
You actually make the cholesterol into something that's very dangerous. Cholesterol makes up a significant portion of your brain and spinal cord. Here. Okay. And the coatings, the safety coatings on your arteries and your nerves. And so to do anything to destroy or damage the cholesterol in your body or to cause a cholesterol deficiency is insane. And this is what doctors did when they told people, listen, cholesterol is what's blocking your arteries. Stop eating cholesterol. And here's a list of the foods that have cholesterol in them. Don't eat them. And so forth. Stay away from them. They never really said stop frying. They just said stop cholesterol. And that started a whole thing with diseases of the reproductive systems and people's sex lives and so forth. It was a mess when doctors started blaming cholesterol and all these diseases.
Well, Dr. Wallach, the other day we were having a conversation with Chef Norman, and he had put up a post that was really supportive of butter. And then there was this quote unquote nutritional expert that said science-based margarine was healthier for you. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's not true. Okay. From the start, the first food in a baby, even in the Bible, what was the first food? It was mother's milk.
Yeah.
And where does butter come from?
It comes from milk.
Comes from
fats,
milk.
the good fats within the milk.
There you go. And so anybody that says you got to stop eating butter and go to margarine, they actually should go to jail.
And on that note, what are your thoughts on Crisco shortening, vegetable shortening, Dr. Wallach?
Well, that's used for frying foods. Okay. And even if it's not frying, it oxidizes the fats, causing irritation to the artery lining. And so that's where you start getting plaque in the arteries, which doctors blame on cholesterol. But yeah, a lot of the stuff that's on the market is very dangerous. And so a lot of these cooking oils and fats and stuff like that, solid fats, as well as liquid fats, oils, are extremely dangerous, especially if you heat them. If they were heated to get them in the bottles and cans and so forth. Mm-hmm. And so it's one of those things where they're already damaged before you even open the bottle of the can.
I remember a story you told, and I looked it up, and it was absolutely true, that Crisco started out in one of the world wars. They needed a lubricant for the machinery in the military, and then they had extra left over, and they started using it for cooking, and they called it Crisco.
That is correct.
That's just crazy. So I would rather put something that's full of good fats and vitamin A that helps within my body and the cells than something that's been taken out of its natural form chemically and turned into something that's used to lubricate and grease moving parts of metal. That just doesn't make much sense to me, Dr. Wallach. Yes, it's coming. Okay, so yes, it's coming from quote unquote vegetable oil.
Well, oil's potentially dangerous when you heat it.
And you're taking it in high concentration out of its natural form, putting it into a bottle. It's oxidizing. Then you're taking it to higher temperatures when you're doing the frying, which then continues to damage what's in it. So there's nothing good left in it. Is that a short summary?
Well, the only thing left is taste. People like the taste of heated oils and heated butters and that kind of stuff. And at low heat, butter's still safe. Okay. But if it's bubbling in the pan, it's potentially dangerous.
Or browned or burnt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we want to stay away from all that stuff. Well, Dr. Wallach, we've got some more questions coming up, and Carolyn has one. It says, what nutrients can be helpful for cortical basal syndrome? Are you familiar with that one, or should we bring that answer on another day?
What is it?
Cortical basal syndrome.
Okay, I don't know if that's a brain disease or what. Okay, so we need to get more information.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of that, Carolyn, And we are going to get some more information and come back with an answer on that one for you at a future date. Let's go to TC. TC has a hand up. TC, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Yes, today I wanted to talk about, ask about how much glucogel to take, because when you told me the regimen for my hernia, you didn't tell me to take glucogel, but the last time I called, I was mentioning about how the fish oil was causing me a little bleeding, and you asked if I was taking the collagen and the glucogel, and I've been taking the collagen, but not the glucogel. I have it now, but I don't know how much to take, so that's why I wanted to.
How much you weigh, sir?
Okay, I'm 145. I'm 5'10". I'm 67 years old.
Okay, well, glucogel was the first man-made collagen product on the market. Prior to that, people were using what? They would bone broth.
Bone broth?
Yeah, bone broth.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, they did that for thousands of years.
Okay, so that would help. That would help prevent arterial bleeding.
Arterial bleeding.
Okay.
Yep. But you also need, don't forget the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets.
Okay, so I want to know how much I should take, because the bottle says serving size is 2 capsules. But how much would I take per
Well,
day?
if you have pathological symptoms, I would take 2-3 times a day. That's what I do. I only weigh 38, 140 pounds.
Okay.
Thing. And so we want to take 2-3 times a day.
Okay.
Okay. That's in addition to everything else.
So that's 6 capsules a day.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I needed to know. Okay.
Okay. Well, keep in touch. Call us every couple of weeks. Let us know what's going on.
Okay, good. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. It's toll free.
Well, and Dr. Wallach, I remember when I first got started and I was in such bad shape, you had recommended that I take 3 times a day because of the connective tissue damage that I had with the degenerative bone and disc condition that I had. Also the pain all over. I had the carpal tunnel going into my hands, the migraines, and that 3 times a day really made a difference. I continue to take at least 5 a day just because I don't want to go backwards.
How many days did it take for you to see improvement in your health when you started taking that much glucogel?
My migraines were gone in less than 2 weeks.
And migraines for how long?
I had migraines since I was 8 years old.
Wow.
So that's, goodness, that was like 35 years that I had migraines.
And in 2 weeks' time, they were significantly improved.
And in 2 weeks' time, they were gone.
Oh.
But it wasn't just the glucogel, because I was taking the full 90 and the glucogel.
What did your doctor say about that?
I had no need to go to him. So I just changed doctors.
Oh, good. Very smart.
Unfortunately, I haven't needed one since, except for a car accident. But I guess that was before I found my new doctor as well also. So my new doctor helped me with that problem, also with the herniated discs. I had 5 of them that were causing a lot of havoc. So, it's amazing what the body can do. And I don't say that lightheartedly. I don't say that because I heard somebody else say it. I say it because I have felt it. Absolutely felt it. And it's because of you, Dr. Wallach, and your research and the formulas that you and your team have put together and brought to us through the company that you founded, Longevity, that so many of us are able to show up and not just show up hurting, but show up and thrive to help others.
Yeah, well, we appreciate that feedback and the testimony because we're sending these products all over the world. We're dealing over 50 different countries. And it's one of those things where Longevity has a tremendous connection around the world. And so if anybody's interested in having a home-based business, they can do that, okay, out of their home. And you get tax breaks because you're going to use some space either in your den or one of the bedrooms or some place where you can just make that your office, and you get to deduct some mileage on your cars, your telephones you use, and so forth. That's all tax deductible stuff, and you can save thousands of dollars a year, okay, by owning a little home-based business, okay.
Yeah, your computer, your internet, all these different things.
And your
that you're able-
product for yourself, your products for yourself, you pay wholesale prices.
That's right. Fantastic. Um, Dr. Wallach, I have some emails that have come in,
Here, let's go.
and let's go to this first one. Oh, where'd it go? So we have a young man. Mom is writing in. Her son, she says he's almost 18. Almost 18, Dr. Wallach. If I could get,
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of conversation in the background.
we've
I think
there
they
we
got
go. Now they can't unmute themselves. Got it. Thank you, AJ. So mom's writing in. He's almost 18. He has ED, erectile dysfunction. He has high levels of testosterone. He had an ultrasound the day before, and the injection they injected into his penis so that they could do the ultrasound did not work. And doctor says it's rare and he needs an implant. So we're looking at not even a full-grown adult with testosterone issues.
Okay, how much does he weigh?
He's 135 pounds at 5'6". So he's not overweight.
No, he's about my size.
He's
a little-
about
2 inches taller than me, but my weight. Okay, here we go. He needs to get rid of all the bad foods, the good food, bad food list. Okay, he needs to get the book, Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods. He needs to get the book, It's All in Your Head, with a CD that goes along with it. Okay, then he needs 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, a full dose of everything twice a day. He needs I'd have him take the Zera test. You take 2 or 3 of those twice a day, or 2-3 times a day of the Zera test. Okay. And that's the raw materials for the Sertoli cells in the testicles to make testosterone. Okay.
and that's actually gonna, oh, I'm sorry, you weren't finished. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, this is actually the same protocol, I think, for the next question that I have, which is a gentleman, he's 149 pounds, 67, so quite a bit older, but he's wanting to have work on a prostate health issue. So is that going to be the same protocol?
Well, plus one more thing, he's got to
Go
add
ahead.
the FX to it.
Prost FX.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
That has special nutrients that are really very good for the prostate gland. That's added to the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack and the Zera test, and then the Prost FX. Okay. And again, these side things are not to be used by themselves, because you're not going to get the magic result. They're to be given with a complete program, and they're an add-on to the complete program. I've been taking, all these, which I say, supportive products for the heart, these arteries, the brain, the spinal cord, the stomach, liver, muscles, kidneys, the sexual stuff. I've been doing this for over 50 years personally. Been doing it for 75 years. Been doing it for 75 years.
So can you take too many supplements?
Well, there are some supplements you can take too many of. For instance, you take too much vitamin D3 and start getting calcification all over the place. Okay. And most people are not going to take too much because they'll run the price up. Okay. But just follow the directions on the bottle or the jar or the bag, and you'll be right in the groove. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Wallach. And we are coming up at the end of our time with you. I just want to thank you so much for all that you have done, for all that you have given to us. And you do it so unselfishly, Dr. Wallach. I know you want to get through and help as many people as absolutely possible. I do have one more quick question. The question is, fascia made of the same thing as myelin?
No. Fascia is made of the same thing as your cartilage in your hips, and your
Okay.
disc between your vertebrae. Fascia is a connective tissue, what should I say, a connector.
So
Okay, it'll hold things together. It'll connect two different things. Okay.
And then one more question, Dr. Wallach. What's the difference between cholesterol and triglycerides?
Okay. Well, they're different chemical recipes, so to speak. Okay, cholesterol is one type of lipid fat that is used by the body to make hormones, including sex hormones, the brain, okay, and the spinal cord, okay, and myelin and all that kind of stuff. And what was the other one?
Triglycerides.
Oh, triglycerides. Triglycerides tend to be fat, like belly fat, fat under the skin. It's a storage of nutrition, not necessarily nutrition, but storage of energy. Storage of energy. So if you miss a meal, you're going to burn a little bit of the triglycerides for fuel if you've missed a meal.
So are they a good thing?
Well, yeah, because what if, have these places where they have big storms and floods and fires and stuff like that, and wars going on, and they can't get to a grocery store for 6 months. Okay, so if you trap rats and you trap rabbits, you want to be eating that fat out of their belly cavities. That's where the triglycerides come from.
Oof.
Fat under the skin. That's where the triglycerides come from.
From the fat under the skin.
And the belly.
And the belly. All
Belly.
right.
Yeah.
Well, that went somewhere I didn't think it was going to go, but we're going to call that a wrap, Dr. Wallach. So thank you so much for joining us here. We just greatly appreciate you again and all that you do.
Well,
so we'll see you next
for the
week.
Opportunity to share. Yeah, thank you for the opportunity to share, and all of our best and love and caring to all of the Youngevity associates, the customers, team members, and so on. And we know that everybody's going the same way, and we just want to do God's work. And thank you.
Oh, absolutely, Dr. Wallach. And folks, if you would like to join in Dr. Wallach's crusade to save humanity, please get back with the person that shared this program with you. Or if there's no one to thank, you can reach out to us on the Daily with Doc team by going to DailywithDoc Zoom. Go to the website, DailywithDoc.com. Use that contact option and send us a note saying, hey, I want to be part of the crusade. I want to have my own home business. I want to have all those tax savings, just like the big guys do, and do it in a way that is with great purpose and helping others, those close to, those around the world. I have met so many amazing people, and some of them are going to be coming on the screen with me right now that I would have never met because of this business and what I have been able to do in helping others find better health. So we have Marilyn, who is actually not too far away, only about 4 miles. So I'm going to call her my neighbor that I met because of this business. We have AJ, who's clear across in the other corner. So I'm going from the southeast corner to the southwest corner to the northeast corner. We have AJ here in the United States. And then I'm going to go even farther southeast, or depends on which way you want to go. Eventually you'll get there. you got to go pretty far south to get to South Africa, where we have Albert and his friend Jeffrey there. So, folks, if you just absolutely love people and you have a passion for nutrition and health and helping others find it too, we invite you to join us. You can have your own business. You can help people. It's something you can be proud to do and do it with honor. We even have a certified holistic health coach course. If you go to coachwithbecca.com, you'll get some information about our certified holistic health coach course, where then we have ongoing support and we teach about the 4 areas of health, how they're affected by nutritional deficiencies, and then the solution. But we go beyond the physical health because we look at holistic health, which includes your mental, your emotional, and your financial, your spiritual, and just helping to find balance and giving tools that help us help others also to do the same. My name is Becca Dukes. Thank you so much for joining us on another great episode of Daily with Doc. Don't forget about the giveaway, dwdgiveaway.com, where you can get thanked in addition to, starting your own business, especially if you're referring people. Why not let yourself have that thank you check? Sharing the movie that you just liked, you're not getting a thank you check. But if you're sharing the nutrition that has helped you change your life, that is worth sharing, and that is worth a thank you. Not only from the person you helped, but also from longevity in the form of a check. So if you're not working with somebody and you would like to get in contact with a certified holistic health coach for your own health or get more information about the program, feel free to call our 800 number, 855-949-3377, 855-949-3377. Thank you, Marilyn, for being here as well. And I'm just going to try to close this thing one more time. But folks, one of the great benefits of being here live with us in the Zoom room is the fact if you have that chat option on, you have people like Marilyn, we call her Fingers, doing the dictation of what is being shared verbally and putting it into text so that you can look and review and see how things are spelled and take a screenshot, take a picture with your camera, and have that information for yourself and to share others. I just want to do a huge shout out. We had a lot of conversation going out on YouTube and Rumble, and just want to say thank you for the testimonies that are going on. And Rob from UK, go do that great workout. We've got another one of my kind of pseudo, she's about 3 hours away. Leslie up in LA area, AJ out there as well. Oh my goodness, I love it. Love all of the things that are going on around us, and people are just tuning in. So until next time, my name is Becca Dukes. Thank you for joining us here on Daily with Doc. And don't forget Roku, Apple TV, or even Fire TV, folks. You'll find us there as well. I love binge watching. AJ, I think that's a great show to binge watch. Thanks so much for helping us get on there. Bye for now, everybody.